Not that one. Hello everybody, welcome back to Midwest Linux Gaming. Today we're going to be playing the demo for Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, the remake. I was actually very excited when I saw this coming to Steam, and I was like, this might be an interesting one to check out. Now normally, as with most horror games, I would wait until October to do that. However, is some reason the dungeon crawler last week really just had got me in the mood for some horror games. Now, I will admit, I'll tell you right now, as silly as it sounds, I'm not playing in absolute darkness. Obviously, I've got 3 computer screens and 2 very bright computers, but I also have a light on in the room because that does not and should not make a difference. Believe it or not. Also, we are going to be testing out the mouse and keyboard controls. Fatal Frame has its origins, as we all know, on the console. How this works on PC, I don't know. Hopefully well, but there's no guarantee. Also, annoyingly enough, it's locked at 60. It was either 60 or 30 frames. There's no unlimited frame cap. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. So let us begin. And hopefully they have decent keyboard controls. Yes, I am decided the Japanese voice acting. And she is gone. The Crimson Butterfly. Never a good thing. Any brightly colored butterfly, honestly. And she's even further gone. Oh, if that is that the mouse speed? Oh. Oh, that is not good. Okay, that's better. I just had to up my DPI to as deep as strong as possible. Ooh. WS80, huh? I mean, I can't blame the developers. Oh, no, you are not. Oh, they're not constraining the mouse, are they? Oh, they're not constraining the mouse. The mouse is not being constrained at all. Oh, no. That's not good at all. Okay, oh god, what have they done? What have they done? Okay. And yeah, they are not constraining the mouse at all. Oh, this is bad. Oh, these are bad controls. Oh god. What have they done? Oh, this is not good. We are going to try something extremely silly and restart that because normally I wouldn't do something like that. I did not even tell you to restart. Why did you restart? Okay, here we go. Basic control settings. Camera settings. I never should have ever needed to turn camera speed up. Oh, that's control acceleration. I never needed to do this. And their borderless is broken. Oh, that's even worse. They don't even have a true full screen. Let's try this again. I do not like the fact that that was their proper full screen support. Oh, that's bad. Skip the cutscene. That's maxed. You're kidding me. All right. Poor implementation of everything. Yeah, that's camera speed turned to maximum, and that is... No... Oh. I also dislike, in particular, that it defaults to PlayStation. That is not what I told you to do at all. Go away. Goodness gracious, Steam. Is it better with controller? That's much better. Possibly a little too fast. I mean, yes, I'm supposed to look around, but where and what am I supposed to be looking at? Is the question. Oh, now it lets me progress. Crouching, automatic crouching, pretty alright. That's our quick turn. Right bumper's quick turn. I'll need to remember that. Camera speed's a little fast. Don't know when the game will let me change that. And you passed through a torii gate. That is not a good thing. That is what we call an altar. That is what we call foreboding. Have you? And we did technically get lost. Once again, we've encountered a game from a major developer that has terrible controls on mouse and keyboard. And Tecmo, of all places, really should know better. Chapter 1. Geological survey goes missing. A 26-year-old surveyor by the name of Matsumi Makimura has gone missing after being dispatched to conduct work at the construction site of the Minikami Dam. The dam, which has been in the works since last year, is set to submerge parts of the area underwater. Makimura was set to investigate the impact construction may have on local historical sites and other areas of concern, but is yet to return after 5 days. Oh, and turned off. Called off. The surveyor has been called off, which began on the 4th of the month, was officially called off with no leads. Makimura has been visiting for 10 days prior to the search's cancellation, was surveying the dam site. There we go. Menu screen. There we go. Turn these down a little bit. Is that better? I think that's better. There do be a ghost around. Ooh. With no camera to help, we have no way of defending ourselves. The batteries work. Someone dropped it. And a notebook. If anyone's reading this note, please come find me. I don't care who it is. Just help me. I can't get out of this village. Save me. Miyako Sudo. That was me. Yeah. There's something under those covers. I remember hearing stories about a village that disappeared from the maps. Supposedly, it was because on the day of the big festival a long time ago, tons of people got massacred. But it still exists. The twin Jizo statues that can be found in the surrounding forest will lure lost people towards it. Once you pass through the gate at the entrance, there's no leaving it. From there, the night of the massacre continues, and the sun never rises. In the midst of that, I could hear the terrifying laugh of a woman echoing throughout the place. As the stories go, the only survivor of the village that night was, you guessed it, a lone woman. That flickering of the flashlight. Oh. Hello, doll. touch the butterfly lantern. Ah, there it is. Health and willpower can be healed at butterfly lanterns. A key. Ah, another notebook, more lore. Sometimes I sense a figure walking past the window outside. It's someone holding a torch, whispering about something as they walk along the road. It sounds to me like they're looking for somebody. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not Mazumi. I also hear music off in the distance. Mournful sounding music, like it's some kind of festival. They say this village disappeared on the night of a festival. A night that repeats over and over and over and over again. Yes. Yes. Always grab and hold the hand when given the chance. That's because we are. Yep. I saw you. We are going this direction. Oh no. We have no choice but to go down where the ghost is. There's a ball that decided to follow us. Leads us back to the main room. Until we get the camera obscura, or any way to defend ourselves. Ah. More lore. You'd think I'd be too tense to ever fall asleep in a place like this, but the moment I lose focus, I always seem to pass out. Maybe I'm just that exhausted. In my dreams, I see this darkness encroaching upon the village. I see the massacre. I see the vast pools of blood and the bodies stacked on top of them. I see a woman in a blood-staked kimono, laughing a deranged laugh. I see a pair of twins, young girls begging for their lives to be spared. I can still hear that woman's laughter ringing inside my ears. I don't want to fall asleep. I'm too scared. Come on. Yes. Granted, my whole holding of the hands constantly does seem to decrease our maneuverability pretty significantly. The camera obscure is a photogenic photographic device designed by Dr. Kunihiko Aso to capture spiritual beings that are typically imperceptible to the human eye. Specifically, it's capable to reveal the following: past events as contained in residual emotional energy, invisible apparitions, although I'm certainly can capture even more than that. Photographing these supernatural phenomena that defy conventional thought enables the wielder to achieve an effect akin to a traditional exorcism. However, this process also establishes a bond with the subject. As a result, judicious use of the camera obscura is required. Otherwise, these apparitions may take over the user. One can only imagine what this gadget can unearth if one were to photograph the hidden cemetery ceremony that takes place in the Minikama village, as well as locations that are central to the residents' faith. I believe I can speak for myself and the good doctor when I say the possibilities intrigue me. Seijiro Makabe. Time for tutorial for combat. Now, the camera obscura is based on a real thing in real life. Its effectiveness, that's a different matter entirely. And now we have it. And ammunition for our film. Type 7. Oh God. Those camera controls are way too sensitive. That's better. That's a lot better. And type And Type 7 is the longest loading film. Got her. Oh. The light indicates the direction of the spirits you can't photograph. If it's a wraith, it will turn red. You can repel a wraith by lowering its HP, which is the bar at the top of the screen. Yep. Higher quality, the more damage it will deal. Good focus. Multiple key elements in frame, which were the symbols. You can lock on. Don't know what button that is, but that's okay. Right, pushing the right stick. And the Maitha attacks Mayu. You can photograph it to protect her. Her health reaching 0 will result in a game over. Holding hands recovers willpower and health. Let's just drop down a save. It says to leave, but I kind of want to investigate further. Much to likely sister's chagrin. It did mention evading, but I didn't see instructions on how to. You're probably not wrong. Okay, we cannot, in fact, go further. That is what we needed to know. $40 in. Yeah, it's about Game speed is running faster than real time because we are at 41 minutes on the stream, and the game said we've been playing for 41 minutes. Oh, of course. And specters. That was upstairs. How long have I been in this village now? I have no idea. The sun never rises here. It's always night. I hate the dark now. I can feel it driving me insane. I want to leave. I want to see Mazumi. Please. Please. Beckoning woman. She does beckon us forward. Medicinal pills. Another stuck door. Stone mirror. A way of continuing should you die. After all, it is entirely possible you will. I can't move anymore. I'll just stay here. I know Mazumi will come for me. He just needs to find a way out of the village first. If Mazumi comes back for me, I'm going. He came back. She never left. Close anchor shots are extremely useful. Recharge. Oh, come on. Oh, there's a shake off button. The fatal frame. There we go. Oh, and he killed her. Looks like he was zombied. And now, chapter 2. Mayu is gone. Keeping an eye out for specters. Apparently we don't have enough power to break that yet. We should keep that in mind. Possibly. And the spirit radio. The spirit stone radio takes the basic concept of a crystal radio, which uses crystals and parts of its circuitry to pick up signals, and upgrades it to enable voices to be heard from the spirit realm. These voices come from crystals and other such minerals that were previously worn by people for extended periods of time. After prolonged contact, the user's emotions become embedded in these rocks, releasing a kind of light invisible to humans. Such stones are referred to as spirit stones. According to Dr. Kunihiko's Aso, sounds emitted from the spiritual realm can sometimes be heard without the aid of a radio. Premonitions, the ability to sense others, and synchronicity similar to those found in twins are all things attributable to these sounds. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Just playing a demo for, as we know, Fatal Frame 2. That bell just rang. Heard a dong over here, a bong. Huh. Don't recall there being a bell or anything of any sort. And we have been left alone. Granted, I expected it to be a fairly short demo like that. And honestly, other than the terrible mouse controls, which are a thing, you know, and the lack of proper full screen mode, because it doesn't capture the cursor. I don't know if this is a Linux compatibility problem, or if the game by default has it. We can only tell by what we're playing. And at least in Bazite 43, we have problems. Not major problems, because again, Fatal Frame's origins are entirely on the consoles. So playing it with a controller, much better. You won't get the precision that you would with a mouse, which is what I was hoping for, but when playing on dual monitors and it doesn't constrain your mouse to the one monitor, which means as soon as it's off screen, it stops moving, that kind of makes it impossible to play that way. Now, it's nice that it does give you prompts for PlayStation, Xbox buttons, and I'd say keyboard and mouse, but they call it mouse-enabled. The only other game I've encountered... This is the only game I've encountered in recent memory that tried to recreate dual analog sticks of modern controllers on the keyboard. The only other one I know that does that, and it's not even a modern game, it is Final Fantasy XI. Yes, Final Fantasy XI. Not 14, not 13, not 12, not 15, not 16, 11. The first of the MMOs. Koei Tecmo knows that that's not good, but they did it anyway. Of course, that might just be the particular development house they used to make the remake, but still, that's not good. Like that's knowingly not good. It was Team Ninja too, so there is no excuse there. Especially, and I'm gonna say this right now, especially these screen settings, like borderless and windowed. That's it. Didn't even detect the right resolution because it started at 1080p. We play in 1440. As for the HDR thing, that is a Linux thing in particular because it's not sending quite the right signals to the games. I'll find a way to enable that sooner or later on Steam. There's a way to do that. I just need to look at it. Defaulted to FSR2 because that's what we have on the card. I mean, it looks alright. Like, it's not a looker of a game. That much is certain. But everything seemed alright. Granted, the camera settings needed a bit of adjustment. They started at 3. I had to turn the main sensitivities up when walking to 7 and the obscura down. And even then it wasn't the greatest. And that might have been due to the acceleration. But other than that, it did play all right. Like, it's just a couple of small niggling things. For one, borderless and windowed, where's my proper full screen? And why does it not capture my cursor? Again, might be a Linux thing, but somehow I don't think so. It's a multi-monitor support problem. More than likely. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty alright as far as demos go. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, for a game that comes out, that is out, excuse me. That is out for 50, that's not bad at all. And honestly, considering I'm not even sure what for $50 normal or $70 for the digital for the deluxe edition. What even is in the deluxe edition? Okay, deluxe edition is the art book, the soundtrack, and some accessories, goth dresses, of course, and a charm. And there is a collab between this and Silent Hill F as a bundle. And there's a costume set as part of that. But that's $107.98. That's granted, Silent Hill F is new, and this is also new. So you're talking 2 new games for $107. And Silent Hill F, I heard, was exceptionally good. I love this line on their thing. In addition, the new Holding Hands with Mayu mechanic adds a heartfelt touch. Yes, the revolutionary mechanic of holding hands with your twin sibling. Granted, I don't know if the original had that or not. I probably saw a Let's Play of the original Fatal Frame 2, but it would have been so long ago that I don't remember. So, there's a couple of small PC-specific problems, but it ran actually really well, all things considered. It ran well otherwise. And they're not even asking what they're asking what would have been full price back in the 360 era, back when $50 was the price of a new game. God, that was so long ago. Because shortly after it became 60. And now we don't even talk about it nowadays. Anyway, enough of that. Is it worth having? Is it worth playing? And it depends on your particular perchance for playing a female protagonist involving ghosts in a cursed village with only a camera to really defend yourself. And honestly, the demo, it's pretty short, but it gets you all the basics of the mechanics. There's a reason I was going around with the camera and quickly swiveling my head, because Fatal Frame, I don't know if this was something this was obviously later Fatal Frames, not necessarily too. I believe it was Black Mirror in particular. There's a lot of those specters that are just kind of there. And if you want to catch them, if you want to get all the points to upgrade your camera and do all the things, some of them are really quick and then they're gone. Some of them respawn, not all of them. So some of them are there and gone. But that was Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, the remake. Overall, not bad. I appreciate it. I think it'll go well. But it'll definitely be added as one of the primary games to be played during Spooktober. Though whether or not this displaces Requiem or Silent Hill F, I'm not sure. I'm still undecided as to what the particular main game is going to be for Spooktober. It might be Fatal Frame 2. There's now stiff competition in the horror genre again. But we'll see everybody next time, which will be for Saturday. Technically tomorrow, but 2 p.m. on Saturday is the current projected time for Final Fantasy XI. We'll see whether or not that happens. That entirely depends on a variety of things. Mainly whether or not a new freezer arrives for me or not. Hopefully it does. Before then. Because I'd like to get things freezing inside of it, but that's beside the point. We'll see you all next time.